I was selected to be the Chinese singer singing with a guy. After a while, this guy had a crush on me, offered that he wanted to send me home. He tried to rape me. Boy, that was really a nightmare to me. I did not mention to anyone. At the age of 14, during my school holidays, I kept myself busy not to think of my dad and the incident that had happened to me. I remember I worked as a part-time cashier in McDonald restaurant in Changi Airport, and I need to wake up as early than school days as my shift started at 7, and this lasts for 2 years. And one day, my superior approached me and says that my performance was great and he wanted to promote me as a store manager. But however, there's a guy working with me kept sexually harassing me, calling my house twice or more than a week, talking nonsense, and even asked me to his house to watch some show, but I did not. At the time, I do not know what to do, so I left the job. During this season, there's something else bothering me. I remember every night when I go to bed, around 12 midnight, before I go into deep sleep, I felt something on top of me, pushing me down. Although my eyes is closed, I wanted to open my eyes, but I couldn't. But I can feel there's something that is a huge shadow on top of me, pushing me down. I tried to get up from my bed, but I couldn't. This always lasts for about 15 minutes and it will go away. And this lasts for about 2 years. Then at one time, I couldn't consume food for about a week or so, and my stomach, my right stomach, was so bloated. And I told my mom about it. My mom asked me, "Do you eat anything wrong?" I said I did not. And one night, under her observation, she saw my body was cold and my face turned green, and I was tearing throughout the night. She was so anxious, she brought me to the ER in the hospital. And the doctor examined me and do some x-ray on my stomach, and the doctor suspect I could have stomach cancer. And I told my mom, how could it be that I have a stomach cancer? After that, we did not proceed the doctor's advice and we went home. So the next day, my mom brought me to a Buddhist temple to visit the shaman. The shaman prayed over me and gave me a talisman. Once we got home, my mom burned the talisman mixed with some water and asked me to apply it on the bloated area. So I went to take a bath, so I applied it on my stomach and it got flattened immediately. I was shocked and amazed that how could it be and what is it? But at that time I did not think much because it really solved my bloatedness for weeks. My mom worked in a vegetarian restaurant as a store manager, and they are hiring for part-time waitress, so I went there to work as a part-time waitress during the weekends. After I graduated from my vocational institute, I was assigned as a sales representative in a departmental store in Orchard Road. And I always felt that in my workplace, there seems like there's an angel watching over me. The departmental store manager and the general manager treated me so well. I always do my best at work, and because of my performance and attitude, they promote me as a cashier in a very short time. And I was able to have lunch and dinner with my superior, and they even bring me out for vacation with them. They love to bring me along, and I learned so much from them. During my age I supposed to be hanging out with my age friends, but I did not. Mostly I hang out with people that are older than me, and I learned a lot of stuff from them. I have two superiors that love me so much, and they adopted me as their goddaughter. The funny thing is they both have the same first name, and I'm closer to godmom A than godmom B. And one day godmom A told me that there's a guy crushing on me. His name is L, and I told her that I don't like him. But godmom says, if he is your portion, at the end of the day, he still belongs to you. And I ignored what she said. And one day L finally approached me, and we did try dating for 3 months, but it didn't work out. I broke up with him. He's so boring and not adventurous at all. I know he was very upset. He's a good guy, but I know that he's very upset, but I can't continue because I have no feeling for him. A few months later, I met a guy at the workplace, and we dated for a period. He was a graduate, and I told him we may not be a good pair, but he mentioned that education didn't mean anything to him as long as we were happy and communicated well. Although I was searching for a father's love through men, thankfully deep in my heart, I knew I shouldn't have premarital sex with men. 2 years later, this graduate broke off with me, telling me that his body were more important than me, and our education-wise is a big issue. I was totally heartbroken and lost. At that moment, I consumed alcohol to cease my sorrow and disappointment.
你是怎样的心态？为什么要我接受别人爱？我们曾经的情爱，怎舍得就这样烟消云散？我不明白我对你的爱，为什么总是让我痛难挨？你要我把手放开，到底是谁需要别人爱？我不要别人的爱，不要别人关怀，我的心只等你爱。我不怕为你等待，不怕为你伤怀，只怕终究是无奈。我不要别人的爱，不要别人关怀，我只求你别离开。没有人能代替你，我不要别人给的爱。
One day, I heard rumors talking about Godmom B stealing money from the cash register, from the cash machine, which she relieved people from lunch break. I was a little angry, and it just brushed me off that maybe this could be just a rumors. But one evening, she came to me and relieved me for a short break. After she left, I found out that my cash register was shortage of $200. I do not have any proof, so end of the day I need to write a report of the shortage of $200, and I was summoned to the security officer, and they questioned me about where is the money, and I told them I would like to know where has the money go to. And by them questioning me about the shortage, I just felt that I'd been flamed, and the company handed this case to the Singapore police. They questioned me about that and just filed a report. And that day when I reached home, I received a call from a police station And one of the policemen just called me and says, I want to be a friend of yours. I rebuked him and say, how could you be a government officer getting my number without my consent? And this is not right. And he did reasoning up some reasons, but I immediately hung the phone and he did not call again. Godmom A and Godmom B, they are very good friends for over 20 years of friendship in this company. And because of the money theft issue, Godmom A was a little disappointed, and she decided to leave the company after 20 years of service. And she even told me to leave with her, as it's not good for me to stay. And before we tendered our resignation, my company approached me to participate in the singing competition to compete with 5 other departmental stores in the Mandarin Ballroom for about 600 audience. I was a little nervous and excited, and I came up with first runner-up with the song Applause.
孤独站在这舞台，听到掌声响起来，我的心中有无限感慨。多少青春不在，多少情怀已更改，我还拥有你的爱。好像初次的舞台，听到第一声喝彩，我的眼泪忍不住掉下来。经过多少失败，经过多少等待，告诉自己要忍耐。掌声响起来，我心更明白，你的爱将与我同在。掌声响起来，我心更明白，歌声教会你我的爱。
Before I left the company, after 5 years of service, Godmom A found me a job with another company.